Hello everyone, a good evening to you all. It's the weekend, it's Friday, time to relax and chill after the week's work and play some good video games. And if you've chosen to spend some time here on my stream tonight, that's awesome. We're going to have a very interesting time. We're going to go over to the Barren Lands to do some taming today. And it's going to be interesting for a couple of reasons, actually. First of all, I discovered a really, really good spot to tame beetles. And our little, well, he's not so little, is he? He's my tamer, Vominus. And he actually can now tame beetles. And I found this spot. Like, the problem with taming the beetles in the Barren Lands is that there's usually other spawn nearby. So you have to keep on fighting off scorpions and those red wolves. But I found a spot where it's only the large beetles and nothing else. And so we're going to go over there. And also, if he manages to tame one of those, we might go and check out the awakening and just pick off some of the spawn there. Not actually start the awakening. Obviously, I could not do that. I've never even been to an awakening myself. But just kill off some of the initial spawn there and gather some money. We'll see if we can make it in. And another reason is, hold on, I lost my train of thought here. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm sure it'll come back to me in a moment. And hello, Garaz Drengi, welcome to the stream. Oh, and yes, now I know what I was going to talk about. So, a few streams ago, we started this mission to create a shop that's going to be an inside shop, because most people, when they have, 99% of people, when they have a shop in Legends of Aria, they have their stuff all over the lawn, and it's just this huge yard sale, and I want to try and make a shop inside. So I've been very, very busy gathering funds for that. And so this is the house I'm going to be buying. I sort of went back and forth. Am I going to do the stone cottage? Am I going to do the terracotta cottage? But this house would actually fit on the plot that we have. And the amount, but it just costs a fortune. So I've already expanded the plot to be large enough for this. The size of it is 22 times 17. And of course that's a little bit hidden. Let me just show you guys. Well, now you can see it. So the price of this is 43 platinum, 3,200 gold. So it's like a huge amount of money. And so far I have 22 platinum saved up. So at first I was just grinding for the money, just grinding. And it's gotten so boring to just grind for the money that I thought, nah, I'm just going to let the money just accumulate naturally. So why don't we just go ahead and just enjoy playing, stop the grinding for once. I've been killing drakes, and I've been killing wyverns, and I've been killing gazers and liches and pirates and all sorts of things, and I've gotten so bored of killing them all. So yeah, let's go do some taming, because my ultimate dream in this game is, as you know who have been to my streams before, my ultimate dream is to someday actually tame a dread horse with my tamer, which is like the nightmare from Ultima Online. And so it's not going to happen on itself, is it? It's not going to happen by itself. We have to get on to actually training this guy. Hello, Anjoy. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, right now, what does he have now? Taming. He has animal taming 66. So there's still a long way to go, because he would have to have way over 90 to actually tame the dread. But let's go and train up his skills. Maybe we'll gather a little bit of money along the way. Hey, Bloody Syndrome, nice to see you again. And let's see how far we get. Hello, Blandigan. Nice to see you as well. Does IKT help? So what does does IKT, what does that stand for? What is that an abbreviation of? But you GM'd Taming in any case. Wow, congratulations. So what's your favorite pet now to go around and hunt with? Do you have a wyvern or what's your favorite? And yeah, that's a huge achievement. I know just what a grind it is to actually get the taming up. So another thing I've been trying really, really hard to do, guys, like I've told you before that I like to get manifestation up to about 70, at least 70 with all of my characters so that they can portal around. And I've been so much grinding also trying to get his manifestation up. It's only 58 now, 58 and a half, and once it reaches 60 I can start doing portals, and I will fail like 99% of the time, but it'll be good like skill gain. So I did try doing portals at this point, but it's just not working when you're not even getting any skill gain from the failed attempts. So still doing mark spells with this guy, but we're not too far off, 58 and a half, and we're going to reach 60 soon, and then I can actually start doing the portals, and then it's going to be downhill like in the easy way from there. And wyverns are the best. The new taming quests help a lot. Yeah, I think I started the taming quest with this guy. I did. So is the journeyman open? Is that now available? Because back, I think I did this back when Steam launch happened, and I somehow remember that there was not even anything available at the journeyman level. So is that available now? In any case, guys, let's head out. I do have a rune here for Oasis, so unfortunately he's just going to have to use it up, and I will have to mark a new one when I get there. So, the new NPC near the stables, he summons a pack of quest animals around your skill. Huh, really? I didn't know anything about that. Should we go and check? So is it any like stable master, or like is it even the stable master anymore? So is there some guy, and is it all the stables, or do I have to go to a specific town? We should maybe go and check that out then. And what's his vitality, by the way? It's rested. He's kind of okay right now. Any stable has a new NPC. Really? Well, in that case, we're gonna go check it out then. So let's go over to Elder Village. I have all my stuff already sort of organized for our little adventure today. So usually I've sort of left things to the last minute, and I've usually had to gather those things when the stream started, but this time I tried to be prepared. Oh, and for those who haven't seen it yet, so the plot, guys, for that house, for this house, it's gonna be right here. I'll show you the plot. It is like a prime spot. So here we are, Elder Gate, and the plot is right here, guys. Right here. It's gonna be right here. Now, is that a plot or is that a plot, guys? So yeah, prime real estate right there. And Angie, what happened to Classic? Oh, I'm still playing Classic. In fact, I will be streaming Classic tomorrow. So now that the Classic launch sort of, we're over the launch time, now it's time for me to normalize sort of my streaming schedule with Aria and Classic and also Worm. So I'm going to be streaming all 3 games every week. Now, let's see now. Rancher, Stable Master. So is it this Rancher lady? Let's see what she has to say. She has nothing to say to me. So what about the Stable Master? And he has nothing to say either. Not seeing any other NPCs around here. I wonder if I should just try and go to Helm. Not seeing nothing. No, she has nothing to say. So Blandigan, do you remember what the title of the NPC is supposed to be? The rancher should give you quests, really. Let me see if I interact. And is there any message in the system? No, nothing. Let me see. And there's no button here to get anything going either. Coming soon. It just says coming soon. So you know what it probably is, Blandigan? It probably is the fact that I did the first part already, the apprentice part, and that's why she's not talking to me, is because the journeyman is not open yet. Oh, okay, so when you're saying it's new content on the official servers, just how new? Are we talking about hours? Or are we talking about days? Or just how new is it? Because the stuff, it's updated to the community servers, I think about 1 day after, usually. A week plus. Okay, so it definitely should be here then. Definitely should be here. Huh. Okay, so there, you know what it could be? It could be because when there was the Steam launch, actually, Harry, the guy who runs the server, he didn't realize he had to do like a world reset. So when the Steam launch happened, we thought everything was fine, but actually there was no gazers, for instance, and corruption. And then Harry realized he has to do a world like reset, or not a reset, but like, I forget the terminology, what he used for that. So in that case, do you have any Blandigan, would that, I guess that would have been in some patch notes, right? So let me see. Legends of Aria. Rancher. Let's see if we can find anything. Patch notes. Not seeing anything there. Let me just quickly check Discord, the announcements that Liz makes there. I haven't even heard about this thing, to be quite honest. Interesting, interesting. Let's have a look here. So, .7 released August 5th. But we're now in September. Hotfix notes for today. I mean, this would have been the last one that they would have done. But that's August 5th, though. Let me just check here. Where is it? News. No, let's look at. No, let's go back here. There's next. Next. Is there like a listing of this stuff anywhere? That's the cluster update. Is it part of the cluster update then? Development update 30th. That was about those cluster things as well. Dead Gate activation events. See if I do is there a search option here anywhere? I don't think so. It was in the patch notes. Would you mind, Blandigan, like finding that for me? I'm not able to find it anywhere now. Is there any way to list these blog posts at all? Well, here we go. Hold on. Is there something here? I can do it just a search as well. Rancher. No mention of a rancher there. What about in the next one? No mention there either. August 16th. August 16th. That's August 30th. There's no date on these things. Don't see any date here. Oh, there we go. August 6th. At the very bottom you can see it. Okay, August 16th. There's August 8th. Next one. August 14th. August 23rd. I'm not finding one for August 16th. New mission type added. Animal taming missions. Okay, let me just do a search with that. Unfortunately, I don't know how you can actually search for information here on their website, which is a bit strange. Let's see if Google helps us. Okay, here. It's on this page. Okay. Hold on. Here, we're getting to something finally. August 16th. Okay, I have not seen this. Because I just usually look at the website and also at Liz's comments on the announcements. I never look at this website. I guess I need to start doing that. Missions can be accepted at a new NPC at any stable master. Missions mirror combat missions, requiring tamers to travel to the desired location and taming a quota of creatures. Each intent. Okay. Suddenly it's okay. It's talking about. Okay, but it doesn't say anything about it being a rancher. But I guess that must be the one then. Added taming mission dispatchers at all stables. Okay, so I'm just gonna write this over to well, you know, I don't want to disturb the stream, so I'm just gonna actually ask Harry about this later on, because I don't want him to go restarting the world now, right? Unless it's like really quick to do, but and okay, well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Blandigan, because I have a sneaking suspicion then that the world has not, the creatures and the NPCs need a reset to refresh, the characters here. That's probably what it is. And Angie, yes, I am. And Ball, I'm enjoying Legends of Aria more than I ever have, really. I've really been enjoying it after the Steam launch. So if you were away, or if you were somebody who was thinking of getting it and you weren't quite sure, I can definitely recommend it. Hello there, Finzia. Nice to see you again, as always. So guys, okay, we're not going to worry now about this rancher thing, but that is really good to know. Well, maybe I should just send a message to Harry and just see how quick that would be to actually reset the world. Or whatever that term was. Let me see. Let's see if he's even around. I'll just send a little message quickly. give him that note, that link as well. Okay, let's see what he says then. Meanwhile, let's head over to Oasis and we're gonna go and start taming some beetles. Ah, Finzia, right. Yeah, I didn't know about that either. I had not noticed that. And it seems like, Hello there, Team of Witch. Nice to see you again. How are you this Friday? And in general, guys, how were all of your weeks? Are you all, I guess you're all happy the weekend is here. Does anyone have any nice plans for the weekend? So, let's head over to Oasis. And I have to remember to make a new rune since he can't yet portal. And we can always do it if it's at any stable, then we can do it also from Oasis then if Harry does do the update for that. Yeah, so Finzia, apparently now tamers have their own missions for taming, and this is something new on top of the whole like profession system that we had at Steam launch. This is like an additional thing after that. And Bal, you're trying to decide whether you want to come back and play this again. Well, Bal, I guess it depends on how like centric you are to like, or how important the PvP stuff is. I guess all the PvP people are not so happy. I'm not sure how they're feeling now, but there was a huge uproar, of course, after the whole change. For PvE players, it's heavenly, to be quite honest. Okay, so let's make, I do have an empty, we actually need to buy a second like rune, because I'm gonna have to make myself a rune over where those beetles are as well. Let's make one here at the bank. Okay. Towns, Oasis. And let's actually stick that money in the bank as well. What little funds I do have with this character. Oh, he actually has some money in the bank already. 163 gold. Not very much. Okay, now let's run over and head over to the... Let's actually open... So guys, I actually... those of you who know that I have been working on like some maps for Legends of Aria, I have been talking about how I sort of kind of gave up on the project because they had actually updated the graphics for that. And then I was thinking, oh man, it's going to be such a huge job to redo all of the graphics. But I went ahead and redid the graphics for the Barren Lands, and just so you guys understand what the difference is. So the way it used to look was like this. Hold on, let me just remove that quickly. So it used to look like this back in the old days when we first started playing Legends of Aria. And this is how the graphics look now in the game, and it's like a huge difference. Like, look at this area, for instance. So before it was just this colored in area, and now it has this nice like shading going along it. And it's much lighter as well, much like easier to look at. Hold on, let me just turn off that ruler. It's like slowing down my Photoshop. Here's another example, this mountain here. So in the old map, it used to look like this, and now it looks like that. So I decided to do at least the barren lands, and I'm kind of playing with some ideas of some things I'd like to do with these maps if I do decide to go and redo all of them. But I just brought it up. I just opened it for now because I want to just... What we need to do is we need to actually get over to... We need to get over here. Hold on. So I've added these little labels here, and we need to go over here from... Oops. From Oasis. So I'm just opening this map so I can just sort of like follow along the route there. And I can just compare then to my mini-map so we don't get lost. And Angie, do I have any nice plans? Not really, just, I always enjoy streaming, and I'm going to be streaming, Classic tomorrow, and then on Sunday I will be streaming some more Legends of Aria. So, but other than that, nothing special ahead. And here's something, guys, that I want to show you. So, I think there was this little patch of, like, yeah, this is a little patch of, like, wilderness here. You have some cultists, you have some critters, sometimes you'll see some beetles here, and it's kind of like not the nicest place to do any taming because you have all these aggressive like animals around here. And I sort of scoured through the entire barren lands looking for the optimal place to tame beetles. And so yeah, there you can see this giant beetles right here, or one of them at least. Now, the problem is that every time you see these beetles, these giant beetles, there's usually these aggressive mobs in the in nearby. We can see over here there's a fight going on with a scorpion and one of those desert wolves. But the beetle nest over here, it has only beetles and a huge amount of those the larger beetles, which we need to tame today. So that's awesome. That is very, very awesome. Let me just compare here. Okay, we're around here right now, so I can see from the map that we need to go up a bit. And Finzia, you've been playing WoW Classic all week, no work, and you plan to play WoW Classic all weekend too. Not addicted? What level is your character, and have you been playing just with one character, Finzia? And Tima Witch, you're thinking whether to visit the local brew festival tomorrow to sample some beer, or whether you should just stay home whole weekend and just brew and distill alcohol in a worm. Yeah, I need to get into that, like, alcohol brewing stuff in worm someday. I mean, if for no other reason than to be able to make myself some booze if I need it for stamina regain as you're going, like, up and down the mountains, right? So here we're almost there. And I need to remember to make myself, there's one, you can see, and as I start to run through here, you can see there's lots and lots of these giant beetles. It's like a tamer's paradise here. No aggressive mobs, just giant beetles. We can go from one to the other. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? So, you know, if you look at the information of the animals, they all seem to have identical, like, stats. Hold on, I think Harry is, like, sending me a message. Let me check here. No, he's not. Okay, let me just mute Discord there. So yeah, this is like a tamer's paradise if you're sort of high enough to to start taming these guys. No aggressive mobs to worry about whatsoever. Oh yes, now I remember what I was going to say. So remember guys, in Ultima Online, those of you who played, so what we would do is we would check with animal lore. We would always check with animal lore whether, like, what stats an animal would have, and then we would go and try to tame, of course, the best one, right? And of course here we don't have any stat variation, at least when you look at the animals, when you inspect the animal like this. So for instance, if you were to tame a whole bunch of grizzly bears, they would all have the identical stats here. Now, and same for anything else. Now, here's the thing is that, and yet it looks like there was some kind of plan at some point to make it so that you could train up your pets. Maybe they're all the same stats from the get-go, but it looks like you could train them up to get their stats up, lock them in place, make them go down, like so. And actually, you know what? I'm starting to wonder, guys. I'm starting to wonder to myself whether or not the animals are actually, that we can actually adjust them ourselves simply by making an arrow go down, making, let's say I wanted my bear to have even more strength, and I could just put these to go down. I guess the minimum is 10. Minimum is 10 for like all stats. So those I cannot move around, but I haven't tried, to be honest. Maybe it is working, kind of. Anyhow, I'm getting off track here. So, you know what I was testing out, guys? I was testing this thing where I would tame a beetle and then I would have it fight against a wild beetle so that they both had full HP, and then they seemed to have like a different stats somehow hidden inside, because sometimes a beetle would easily kill the other one and sometimes not. There seemed to be like a variation. So what we're gonna do actually is I'm gonna just start taming these guys, and we're gonna like sick like the tamed one onto a wild one, and we'll just keep on going until we get the best beetle that we can get. Now, I don't know, guys, if you have any information about this, like animal stat thing, whether there's any like difference. Have you noticed anything? Have you tried doing this same thing that you try to get the best out of all of the creatures, all of the samples, or not? But I could swear there's a difference. Hello there, Sakun. Welcome. Oh, we got some taming skill. And very nice, very nice. Let me just check what you guys are saying here. And Ball, you suck at PvP. You want to be good at it one day. Why am I not actually getting... Oh, it's up there. It's so high, this symbol. So E, okay. Q and E. And you want to be good at it one day, but that's not happening anytime soon with your anxiety. Oh. And again, we got some nice skill gain there, guys. Well, you know, there's always the PvE servers. I mean, I play on a 100% PvE server myself. And that's why I'm here in the Barrens. Like, I would never go and do this in the official servers. Here, I'm just safe and sound, and I can, like, do whatever I like here. Nice gains. So many, like, oh, and we got it tamed, guys. Okay, so let's sick this guy onto one of the wild ones now. Let's see what happens. Who is gonna win the fight? Oh, actually, I got my bear. Hold on. That's not fair, is it? Let's release him. You know, hold on. I'm just gonna actually... Let's just stop that fight. Let's go over here. Just gonna heal him up. And then get that started again on another beetle. And by the time we get to that one that we were just killing, maybe his health has already gone up enough. Let's try with this other one over here. Okay, so now cannot see that. Interesting. There we go. So let's see which one wins. You see the difference, guys? Look at that. The one we tamed is by far, well, now they've evened out a bit. It's quite even, but sometimes it's like a huge difference. And whoever wins is going to be the one that I'll keep, and then I'll move on to the next beetle. So actually the one we tamed is dying now. We can just... Oh, they don't have any money. Interesting. Oh, because that was a tamed one. Of course. So now we're going to tame this guy. Since he was the winner. Then have him healed up and go to the next... Oh, we already tamed him. Interesting. Okay, let's get him healed up then. And hello there, Nanners. Nice to see you again. And yeah, we're playing some Legends of Aria. And yeah, welcome. How has your Friday been so far? And I'm doing excellent, thank you very much. In a very sort of awake mode and happy mode, and just enjoying playing some Legends of Aria for a change. Trying to get my tamer up a little bit so that I mean, we were taming last in of course in World of Warcraft. Well, no, we didn't tame last time, but you know, he's a hunter. The hunter is the same as a tamer, basically. So playing with the similar type of class. And this is my tamer. Remember when we were talking, Nanners, actually in that last stream about male characters and how we find it really hard to play with a male character in WoW. And I was mentioning that I have a male tamer. Well, there he is, actually. So there is our male tamer. And somehow it doesn't bother me playing with him here. And let's try, and we're going to sick this tamed one now on this other beetle and see what happens. Who wins? Oh, why am I attacking? I shouldn't be attacking. And Bal, the professions system, yeah, it's sort of like a tutorial actually into various skills. So you get to do a whole bunch of little tasks, and then you get, like back in the day, you know how the abilities were from the books. Now you need both a book and also to go through the process of training up with your trainer. And it's, I think it was sort of a way for them to introduce different skills to like new players, but you don't need to follow it. It's completely optional. So Angioi, since it's a location called the Barren Lands, does it have any correlation to WoW? Well, I guess in the sense that it's also this sandy, hot, arid area, right? But there are no orcs around in this area at all. There's other mobs, but I don't think there's any other correlation, to be quite honest. It's just also this sandy area. It's the sort of hottest and driest area of the world. Okay, let's try against this guy now. Who's gonna win this match? So there's the wild one, and there is the tame one. And now we can see, guys, the wild one is really doing a lot of damage to the one we tamed. So we're gonna let him kill off the one I tamed, and then we're gonna tame this better one and see. Keep on going. Now it all could be, of course, just, you know, an algorithm that the chances of each hit just being better. But look at that, guys. He's like over halfway, and he decimated the one that I had tamed. So I could swear that there's something to that skill difference, or the stat difference in these animals. I could swear. And Finzia, so you have multiple toons by now. A mage and a hunter are 22. Both your mage and your hunter, and the other 3 are around 15. Oh my gosh, Finzia. You have been busy in WoW. What the heck? My goodness. Yeah, the RNG, yeah, that's the term I was actually looking for there. It could be just the RNG, I guess, Garrus Drengi, it could be. But I'm going to keep on going. We'll just keep on having them fight it against each other, because when I did this before, the one that I sort of ended up with was, you know, they would get better and better and better as I got them to like fight against the wild ones. Like I clearly noticed like a difference there. So, you know, if it would be just only the RNG, then you would imagine that it would like sometimes win, sometimes lose, sometimes win, sometimes lose. But actually, when I did this last time, it was just they were getting more and more powerful, because obviously I was always like culling away the badder one, right? So let's stick him on that guy and see how things go this time. And so far, Nanners, your Friday has been good. I'm glad to hear it. And Ball, your favorite thing to do in this game is crafting and being a trader, starting your own business and all. Well, I mean, this game is perfect for that, isn't it? So, you know, I don't know. And apparently it's on sale now again at Steam. Somebody was saying it was like €9 or $9 or something like that. I'm not sure. But you already have it, right? You already have it. I'm guessing. Since you said that you're not sure if you want to come back, so you must already have the game. So if you already have it, I guess there's no risk in, like, you know, coming and playing and seeing how it feels. And hello there, Squad is on baby, and welcome to the stream. And Squad, I'm also able to, like, for me, it's like, first of all, it depends on the game. For instance, we were talking about WoW before. I have tried to, like, roll a male character in WoW, and it just doesn't feel right for me. And as far as Legends of Aria and Ultima Online go, 99% of my characters are female, but I have, like, a male there somewhere in the mix. And somehow, with both this and Ultima Online, I didn't mind having a male character. It's weird how it sort of depends on the game. I think in Guild Wars 2 I did have one male character, but I never played him. I never felt comfortable playing him. It just didn't feel relatable. I mean, I guess that's Nanner's like main reason is can you relate to the character? And for some reason, I don't know, like I don't have that same relationship obviously with this male character that I would with a female character here in Legends of Aria even, but there's something about having this sort of super handsome like bald guy be my tamer who goes around gallantly on a black dread horse. There's something like cool about that somehow. Okay, so there's a wild one and there's our tame one, and let's sick the tame one on the wild one. See what happens. Hello there, Destro. Nice to see you again, as always. Well, that's kind of the same though, Destro. Like this guy, for instance, if I would have like a dream guy, I mean, this guy would be it, like as far as sort of visuals are concerned. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of the reason. I mean, I was very, very picky when I sort of picked out his, like, how he should look and everything, so... Okay, so... This is the one that needs to be tamed now, is it? And what is our taming at? 67. Just over 67 now. He looks like you. Same beard, almost bald head. Yeah, the thing that we're missing now, of course, from like to get this guy to look like my dream like character from Ultima Online, I'll just show you guys. So my tamer in Ultima Online, he looked like this. Hold on. So, oh, you guys can barely see him right now. So the overlay. So there's a sort of profile picture, and he would wear a long black skirt and black sandals, like so, and then a black sash, and then he looked so handsome when he went around on his black nightmare like that. And so I want to sort of get that same look for this guy. Now the problem is that, of course, Legends of Aria doesn't have, at least yet, the long skirts, nor does it have sashes, but I'm hoping that someday. Yeah, it's not about the muscles really. It's more about like the sort of the look of the black goatee and the baldness and the angry eyebrows. So Nanners, how is your WoW character coming along? So Baal, did any new... Yes. Well, not crafting, no. But there's a new profession for being a bard, but not for crafting. Unless you count in the gardening, but that's not actually a skill, but it's something that you can do if you're like a cook. And Finns, yeah, you dinged 23 on your hunter. It's humor time. Humor time. Nice. Yeah, that's what we're going to be working towards tomorrow with my hunter. She's I think she's 21 now, actually. I did play off stream for a bit. Okay, we tamed that one. And now let's go sick him on this guy over here. We just need to heal him up a bit. Okay, there's the wild one. There's the tamed one. And Vominus will referee the two. Seem pretty even. The tamed one is actually taking quite a beating. And we got some beast mastery as well. Okay, tamed one died. So, the kind of nice thing about this is like the drudgery. Oh, the drudgery of taming kind of is alleviated a little bit when you're doing it this way, because not only do you sort of get to test like which one is the stronger one, but also you have this sort of like mini game going on as you're taming, and you get to get some beast mastery as well. And Nana, she's level 12. So are you talking now? Oh, you're talking about the new hunter that you made on the role-playing server. So how has it been now on the role-playing server? Have you noticed, like, I remember I was asking that first night that you were there and you were talking about the general chat. Now that you've been playing her a little bit more, have you noticed any other differences from like normal servers? There's an, oh, that's a corpse. There's one over there. Gotta heal this guy up as well. And so she tamed a cat and now a bear for the tankiness. Nice. Yes, that's him, Destro. And I just drew on those like clothes that I think he should be wearing. Yes, that's him. And it's going good on the role-playing server, Nanners. Only one guy whispered you calling you babe, and you had to put him on ignore. Oh no. And have you had any nice little encounters with the role players? Somehow, you know, like approaching you out when you're questing and stuff like that? With sort of cute little role-playing like the ways to approach in a sort of role play sense. I know you're not a role player yourself, but still I'm sure you could like appreciate and think it's quite cute when somebody would, you know, approach in that kind of immersive way. Okay, now let's stick this guy onto here. See what happens this time. Oh, he just ran away. What was that all about? And everyone seems nice. One person was complaining, if you're not here to roleplay, get off the server. Really? What? How did he know, though, that you're not a role player? So, the wild one won. We're gonna try and tame him then. Yeah, everyone's like leveling, so nobody has had time to do so, to approach you like that then. Oh, did I already tame it? My goodness, that was quick. Okay, let's get him to try and kill this guy. And while they're doing that, I can just might as well work on my manifestation skills. So the way that I'm trying to get the manifestation up is I'm like casting actually mark on runes that already have like a marking on them. So that way I don't have to keep on using up different runes. And okay, this guy, we're gonna tame him next. Because the runes are pretty expensive actually in the game, aren't they? Oh, he wasn't talking to you. I see. You saw him say that in general. I see, I see. Well, don't you worry about that. I think most role players would agree, like what I was saying last time, is that as long as you're sort of respecting the sort of rules of the role-playing server, you're absolutely fine. Oh, a person was asking if you have to role-play on the server. I see. Well, he sounded like he was a little bit of a snob then, the guy who answered him. And Destro, you were on a Conan Exiles RPG server, and you found it to be restrictive. Aha. You enjoyed it for a while, but too many things were prohibited, unless you can do it out of your character's history and such, and not your kind of thing in a PC game, I guess. Well, you know, I mean, it sounds like it was like a super snobby one, though. Like, so was it, I guess it was run by a player? Destro? I mean, I think role-playing is very much what you make it to be, and you can go along, you can do it in your own style. I think the main gist of role-playing is that you would want to, I mean, there's only like a couple things I think that really are just the most important things, and that is that you have to name your character and behave out in public. Like the things that you say and everything should not break the immersion for other players. So for instance, if you're on a role-playing server in WoW, you would not start saying out in public, like at the bank or at the auction house, you wouldn't start talking about the football game that was on TV last night, because that's not part of the setting of that world, right? Now, if you were playing a modern MMO, such as what's that one from Funcom, the last one that they did after Age of Conan, Secret World. So that's a modern setting, right? So in that one, you could actually talk about the football game the night before. I haven't played that too much, but I'm assuming that it's, you know, just modern world, just like our world, that it's not some like a fantasy world per se, but just a modern one. And same goes for GTA. If you were to roleplay in GTA 5, I think you could there also talk absolutely about things that are sort of modern. But then another thing is the naming, is that I guess you would want to name your character in such a way that it feels realistic, that the parents would have named that character such a name. Or it would have to be a nickname that your character sort of got attached to and wanted to be referred to as. But if your character is called like, you know, super powerful mage or something like that, that's not immersive, and parents wouldn't have named their character they wouldn't have named their child super powerful mage, right? We tamed the beetle, and also nobody would have probably given that nickname for themselves either. Now, like if the character's name is Grumpy, for instance, that could be like a much more realistic, you know, nickname that somebody wants to be referred as. It's kind of tricky. But the main thing there is to not break the immersion of the people in that world. That it has to feel like your character's like one of the NPCs in a way, that they belong there. They match the setting. As for like other rules in role playing, of course, if you go and play on somebody else's role playing server, if it's a player run server and they have a whole bunch of rules, of course you have to respect those rules, right? But if you're playing, for instance, on a role playing server of World of Warcraft, I think just those two things are just the most important. And other than that, you could do it in any style you wished. I guess one last thing would be to say that abbreviations won't really work for role playing, because you have to imagine that when they're saying those phrases, like for instance the word lol, which is laughing out loud, you know, that is a very like modern phrase, modern slang, and also that's an abbreviation. So maybe a role player could say that in a sort of medieval setting that, how would it be? I laughest out loud or something like that to your ridiculous statement. But if you were to use the abbreviations, that would be so like modern, right? It would be just so modern, like internet slang, that it wouldn't match that setting at all. Well, this is my view, at least, on things. I don't know. I'm sure other people, you know, have differing views of this. But so, Nanners, were they talking in general chat, or were they talking out loud, like in the say, like sort of in the world chat, you know? I think in the general chat, it's not frowned upon if you talk about like real life stuff there. It's more about if you talk in the say, you know, the /say command, like, or if you're just talking in the sort of like in the world. Hello, Vergant. What if it was an orcs versus dwarfs football game? Yeah, but I guess like the question is then, you know, of course with WoW, now that's the tricky thing with WoW, is that even Blizzard themselves make a lot of references to modern day stuff, like there's characters with plays on their names referring to, you know, modern day celebrities and stuff like that. So I guess with WoW it's not, you know, the end of the world, because even Blizzard do it themselves. And there are like these little jokes in the game as well, referring to oh, that's a tame one. Let's just heal him up a bit. I guess it would be more serious in a very sort of serious type of role-playing game. Fizz, yeah. Your brother is called Super Powerful Mage. I don't believe you. You're pulling my leg. Hello, Liverbane. Nice to see you again. So, that guy killed the other beetle. Now what's going to happen with these two? Yeah, I don't think it's like, yeah, general chat is fine. Yeah, you might actually, with that name, you might actually get somebody asking you about that because it's not, you know, parents would not actually name their child that, right? So you could have maybe made like a different take on the name, such as Lizzie Ann or something like that, you know, that would be like a realistic name. But I remember you mentioning that already then. You know, I didn't want to even bother you with that because I thought like the name is probably going to be fine enough for your intentions with the server, or shall we say that because you're not like about to start role playing there, but it's not like bad enough. I think that the name would cause, you know, a huge break in immersion either. So I didn't even bother saying anything about it. But you might have somebody come mention something to you, so sort of be prepared for that. But you could always invent something on the fly as well. That my parents, when I asked my parents why they named me this, that they said my eyes were large as pies, and so thus they named me Lizzie Pie, or something like this, just to, you know, get somebody off your case. I don't know. Hello, Chabney. Beetle Battle. Yes. Oh, that would be a great. You know what, Chabney? You know what? That would be a great title for the video when I save the VOD of this and export it to YouTube. Beetle Battle. I like that. How are you doing tonight, Chabney? How goes the life of your little dwarf? And does he still have his crocodile? Or his crocolisk, I should say. And what level are you now in WoW? Oh, Nanners, no, I was just saying that like if a role player came and complained about your name, your character's name, you could then just to get the person off your case, you could tell them that, oh, well, my parents named me this when I asked about this from my parents. They just said that my eyes were large as pies when I was a baby, so they named me Lizzie Pie. I mean, you could, point being is that you could think of some like explanation on the fly if somebody comes to complain that, hey, that's not a role-playing name. Or else you could also say something along the lines of, well, you know, my original name is Lizzie, but everyone has been calling me Lizzie Pie as a sort of nickname ever since I was small, so I just refer to myself as Lizzie Pie. Okay, so we got this guy tamed. And Chabney, Borogrund and Scuttlebite are still inseparable. You think they're both level 26. Very nice work there. So Chabney, are you going to be keeping that same pet all the way? Or do you think you might switch over to another critter at some point? Or do you think Borogrund will be doing that? Yeah, well that's a beautiful little story, Vergent. Exactly. You could definitely do something like that. And that's exactly why I didn't actually say anything when we were talking about this stuff last time. Is because that's still a name where you could absolutely think up some kind of like story like that. Oh, a girl called you that in your old guild. And Chabney, you will keep Scuttlebite forever. It's what you did the first time you played WoW all those years ago. One pet for the whole game. But Scuttlebite wasn't the first thing that Borgrund tamed though, Chabney? Surely you first had to tame something like a bear or a wolf when you first got started, right? Oh, you kept the training ones up till then, did you? Yeah, I also feel that they didn't really count. That's your story and you're sticking to it. I like your attitude, Chabney. I always have. I love the fact that the immersion and the role play is more important than sort of like technical. Well, we're very similar in that respect. We're very similar. I think you're even more hardcore than I am in those kinds of things, actually. And we got this guy tamed. Let's just heal him up a bit. Let's go find another one for him to kill. I haven't at all been keeping track now, like whether or not I've been getting a better and better one all along. But let's pay attention this time. So, wild one on the left and tame one on the right. Aw, nanners. Nice. It seems like most of the time, the wild ones are the ones that win these matches, actually. Again, the tame one died. Because I just get to keep on, like, taming these winners. So that's kind of interesting, actually. I mean, either it's just the RNG, or wild ones are more strong. Because at least in Ultima Online, if I remember correctly, wild animals, sort of, their stats went down a little bit once you tamed them. That they were actually more strong when they were wild, and as soon as they became tamed, they lost a little bit. That you had to then train up, if I remember correctly. And he's named after... Oh, hold on. Vergent was saying, if you play WoW again, you will likely have a hunter named Gotherer. And if you see if anyone gets the joke. Gotherer doesn't say anything to me. Okay, I guess he tamed that guy. Yes, he did. Let's sick him on this one over here. And also practice our magery skills while we're at it. Manifestation went up a bit. Nice. Where's he going to? Look at him go. Weird. And then there's, so your cat was named after a cat you had in real life who died, and you still miss him, so he's kinda with you in the game. Aww. That's sweet. Was it a long time ago that your cat died? These beetles are becoming easier and easier to tame now. I wonder if I can tame more than one. No, you can only control one at a time. Okay. Well, we'll keep on training our animal taming for a while. And then we can go and see if we can actually... we'll go over here to the ruins of Artificer to see if we can actually kill any of the guards there. I was there with my mage yesterday and actually picked up some nice items from the ground. Some artifacts. And we'll see. Beast Mastery is going up nicely as well. And Destro, just out of curiosity, did you play Dungeon Keeper at all? Nope, never played it. And our tamed one actually won this match. It's one of your top 10 favorite games of all time. Dungeon Keeper. Okay, I'm gonna have to just Google that quickly. Let's just have a little sneaky peek here. Have a look at that. No, I have not played this. So is this a game from the like 2000s? Or is this even from the 90s? I think the graphics are a little bit too nice to be from the 90s though, aren't they? This looks like it could be like early 2000s or else late 90s. An RTS. Well, I love RTSs. I don't really like the RTSs that are like 3D like Warcraft 3. I prefer the sort of pixely ones. But still, that looks like it could be. I like the style of it though, like the graphical style. This really reminds me of those good old days from the 90s. 1999. Well, there you go. Yes. And on Origin for $4.99 in stock. So you can buy it off the Origin like shop then. Well, my goodness, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. I will have to keep that in mind and give that a try sometime. That looks like a game I could enjoy. Did you ever play Dune 2? Oh, it's by Peter Molyneux. Yes, the great magician. Yeah, he's famous, isn't he? So Dune 2 was a RTS. It was, I guess, mid-90s. Based on the Dune, like, book. Let me see. Dune 2. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not sure what it would be like now to play. Dune 2. Here's some screenshots of that. Man, the visuals don't look as nice as they did, of course, back then. But you see, there's that similar style, right? I mean, all those games in the late 90s, they had this similar style. Warcraft 2 as well, Starcraft. Oh, that's the cover of it, actually. But sometimes I dream about this like game that I want to play it again. Wonder if you could get that anywhere. Abandonware. Download Dune 2. Huh. Yeah, very much like StarCraft. It was a great game. And an RTS as well. So I got a message back from Harry, the guy who runs this server, and he said he will do an update for that the thing that we noticed with the trainer. He'll do that tomorrow morning. So I'm glad he's not doing that now, because that of course would disrupt with the stream, wouldn't it? So let's tame this guy now. All right. You enjoyed Dune 2, Vergent? Yeah, that was a great game. And you liked Dungeon Keeper 2 even more, Destro. And he wasn't involved in that one anymore. Oh, it was 2 years ago, Nanners. But he had a kidney disease. Oh, and he was only 5. Such a young kitty cat. What a shame. That must have been devastating. Vergent, you liked what they did with the engine. Dune 2 engine was used to make... Oh, was it? I didn't know that. I didn't know they used that engine to make Command and Conquer. Well... Ah... I haven't played... So is Dune 2000 then, like, identical otherwise? It's just using the sort of updated engine, or is it like also a little bit of different, sort of like a second Dune, or is it exactly the same sort of story and everything? Oh really? I didn't know that thing either about the two companies. Ah, so that explains why it was Dune 2 then. Interesting. Never knew that thing either. Huh. So it played very similarly. I see, I see. And this guy is now tamed. Should we go? Let's go, guys, and see how we would manage against those guys over down here. I'm very curious to see how I would fare, because I haven't done too much hunting actually. I haven't done too much hunting as a tamer with this character yet. So his beast mastery could use some touching up as well. But I'm just curious to see how I'd actually fare over there. My mage, she sort of just could manage herself. She was able to get up quite high on those ledges. But, you know, it was a little bit challenging, so it'd be kind of interesting to see how this guy would do. And so a better view of it is here actually. So Ruins of the Artificer. So you can see that you sort of go up these little ramps like so. You get up higher and higher and higher, and there's all these guards. And there was literally like some items sitting on the ground that I could just pick up there. I will show those later on. So you tried to give him, you tried to keep him happy and give him medication, but you could see it was getting worse. His quality of life was going down, so you had to make that decision to put him down. Oh, that has just got to be the toughest decision ever, Nanners. That has got to be just a horrible, horrible thing to have to do. Okay, there's one of the cultist warriors. Let's see how our beetle fares against one of these guys. I'm glad there's one here at the entrance. we're doing actually pretty good, to be quite honest. We're doing absolutely fine. I wasn't expecting this, to be quite honest. I wasn't expecting this at all. So let's actually mark a rune for this entrance here. Let's mark a rune for the entrance then, so we can come back. Hold on, down here? And, oh, started attacking my poor beetle. I'm sorry, beetle. Here, let me heal you up, and we should probably name him as well. Let's see, let's rename him. Let's rename him, Jaws. Oh man, imagine having a sandworm. Now that would be a pet. That would be a pet indeed. Kind of nervous about going in here really, because my mage wasn't, it's pretty tricky for my mage even. And I wonder if those items that I saw on the ground have actually respawned by now. It would be kind of cool if they had. Oh, gonna die. Two of them is just way too much. And they killed my beetle. Yeah, it's way too tough over here. Clearly too tough and probably gonna die. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that was not good. Okay. So maybe we come back here once I have a wyvern or a dread. This was not good at all. Yeah, Nanners, I could imagine. So how many kitty cats do you have now? Yeah, that's so annoying when you attack your own pet. Super annoying. Let's run before they even notice me. Okay, so we're not gonna go fighting there, that's for sure. Jaw's life was a very short one. So, Nanners, the only thing was what that one cat had flu, which is basically a bad cat cold. And it spreads to everyone. They're lethargic and nose is runny, sometimes even a fever. But other than that, they have been all well-behaved little kitties. Aww. No behavior issues, which is surprising considering none of them are related and all range in age from 8 to 2 years old. Wow. Well, it sounds like you have a very happy little kitty cat family there then. That sounds lovely. And it must be super gratifying and rewarding as well to think that you sort of saved their lives as well. And I see a whole bunch of names. I'm just checking here in the chat the listing of who all is here. I see a lot of new names there in the background, people lurking. So for all of you who are here on my stream for the very first time, first of all, a warm welcome to all of you. I stream MMOs on my channel, mostly Sandbox MMOs, such as Worm Online and Legends of Aria. But now that there was the classic WoW release as well, I have been streaming that as well. And I stream several times a week now that I sort of got a regular schedule going with these streams. And usually what we're doing here is we enjoy a friendly and relaxed, chill atmosphere here on the stream. And we have very, very lovely, nice people usually hanging out here. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, feel free to say hi, introduce yourselves, tell me what you're playing. If you're interested in Legends of Aria, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. However, again, it's nice that they have agreed to share their servant. So let's try and mark this again. Oh, I did actually mark that one already. Oh yes, we're going to try the portal, that's right. So, but no, I actually have to run over there. I actually have to run over there, yes. So let's do that again. You know what I wish, guys? I wish that the auto run, so the auto run here in Legends of Aria is kind of annoying. So the way it works is you press the button and then it will run in the direction of your cursor. Where I would like it to be so that it would just run in a sort of whatever direction your character was facing when you started the auto run. I guess this is sort of matching the sort of control of this particular game. It could be that this is just the way it has to be. But this means that I also can't very easily sort of go to, like while the character's running, I can't very easily sort of switch over to another window and move my cursor around here, because it's moving my character around here in this window at the same time. And Timovic, your previous cat had quite a lot of health issues, especially when he got old, but then you tried your best to keep him happy and comfortable as long as you could, and you did not regret having him around, even though it was difficult in the last stages. He was quite shy, but he was a very loving cat towards you, even keeping you company sitting on your shoulder while you were playing games, like a proper mage's cat. Aww. Aww, that's sweet. And your current cat is a funny fellow, quite healthy and sociable, really, really loves all people, even visitors, so a very different personality. Yeah, it's interesting how different personalities they can have. And Anders, you have a couple of kitties always keeping you company as you're gaming as well. And hello there, Coffee is Life. Nice to see you. It was so interesting to watch you start Worm Online today. And I hope I didn't intrude too much on your gameplay there, giving any advice. And so how did things go after I left the stream? You had found a mine, and the guy was showing you a mine, and you learned how to add him as a friend. And what happened after that? Oh, Coffee is actually streaming at the moment. Okay. So he's sort of lurking and streaming at the same time. Didn't read that part yet. Nanners, all your cats are healthy. Funny little kitties. Not a day goes by that they don't make you laugh. Oh, yeah. I mean, cats are just hilarious, aren't they? And, you know, I guess we've all seen those hilarious, like, well, we have, of course. You know, thanks to the internet these days, we can enjoy cats regardless of whether we have one ourselves. There's just so many funny GIFs and little clips on YouTube of cats doing just the craziest things. And dogs as well, of course. Okay, so now we have tamed a beetle. Let's sick him on this guy. See who wins. Vergent, you have a few fond memories of various cats, from one who snuck into the house to eat the house cat's food, and wound up with, "That's the wrong cat," in the middle of a phone interview, and some time later was chewing on your homework while you were writing out on the porch. Oh my gosh. So the wild one won. So we're going to start taming him then. And something that's so cute about cats as well is that they're so self-confident. Like when you see all those videos of how like they're scaring the living daylights out of dogs sometimes, and then they're just going after like huge like bears, and they're just not scared at all of anyone. You know, don't get in a cat's way, that's for sure. And I guess you guys have all seen that one video where the little boy, the little boy is next to his car out in front of the house, and then that dog, a dog that was like living, I guess one of the neighbor's dogs had gotten loose, and comes to just suddenly attack the little boy without any provocation whatsoever. And then the cat that is belonging to the boy's family leaps out of nowhere, attacks the dog and chases it away, then runs quickly back to the boy to see how he's doing, and the mother comes out at that point as well. I mean, what a ferocious little kitty, so protective. Let's put this one on this guy over here. Okay, now while these guys are fighting, I'm now gonna check. Let's check now what would be next in the taming list. So our skill is giant beetle is right there, 61, And our skill right now is 67, so no wonder they're so easy now to tame, actually. 67. And coyote is what I should be actually taming next. There's a lot of coyotes in Vallis, in the Vallis area, right? Let's have a look here. I think so. In almost every area of Celador. Can be found in the outskirts of most towns easily. Yeah, I somehow remember there's tons of coyotes over in Vallis. So maybe we will, what we will do... So what happened? Is this the guy that won then? I guess that's the guy who won. Let's tame this one last giant beetle here. And take him with us and go over to Vallis and try and find coyotes. There's a couple of coyotes hanging around here in the Barrens as well. Just check what else we have on the list here. Is there anything else in Barrens that we could actually tame? Giant beetles it is, but it's too easy for me now. I thought we would be spending more time here actually. I thought these guys would be giving me... I haven't seen any gains in some time. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Animal taming. I am getting some gains actually. Well, not so often though. Okay, let's go try. Let's name this guy. I'm gonna call him Rocky. Can't think of a better name right now. And we're gonna go over to Vallis and see if we have some better luck with taming gains. And let's just I could try the portal now over to Oasis, and then we can take the gate from there if I'm able to. Well, I don't think I'm going to succeed, but let's see if I actually get skill gains now from attempting to do a portal, or does it is it just so out of my manifestation league? I have now 58.5. And at 60 I should start to be able to get like at least gains. Even though I'll still fail a lot, but I'm not seeing any gains yet. So it could be that it's just useless to even try at this point. Once you reach around 70 manifestation, it starts to be sort of more usable. But you can definitely start trying at 60 and you'll get lots and lots of gains. But nothing is happening. Let's try 5 more times. And one more last time. Nope, not happening. Okay. So in that case, we're just going to use up the rune and we'll just mark a new rune over there. .7 manifestation. Okay, and then we're gonna take the gate over to the Vallis area and see what happens. Try and find some coyotes. So what's the next animal in the Barrens actually that we can tame? Emperor scorpions, but that's gonna be at 84.1. So that's gonna be a long ways away. And if anyone wants to tame Emperor scorpions, you can find them over here. So right in the arid lake area, there's Emperor scorpions right there. Oh, like, that's a fun idea, Vergent. Like, I would actually do that if you could have, if you could control, like, more than one beetle, then you could have, like, John and Paul and Ringo, but just, you can only control one at a time, so it would, unless you did the surnames, but that doesn't feel as fun. Let's go over to this area over here. Look for those little... Oh, there's a shop over here these days. Nice. And I like what they did with this tent as well for the entrance. That's pretty nifty. Nice. Hello there. Oh, hold on. I was saying wrong. Hold on. Okay, and now we're just going to go straight down. I see a lot of turkeys around here. There's a coyote. And coyotes still seem to be sort of underground. You can see their fangs, actually. You see that? You see just their fangs moving back and forth. But you don't see the actual animal. Well, at least this one is hard to tame, that's for sure. Where is he? He's over there. Invisible coyotes. I thought they had fixed that bug, actually. But maybe this is part of the... It could be part of the whole world reset thing that Harry has to do, that we were noticing that the ranger is not updated. And we got some taming skill as well. Nice. Volkswagen for Kent. And this is your favorite cat gif. Oh yeah, this is hilarious. I've seen this one. He's just so like... Nanners, have you seen the one where, or have you guys seen the one where the cat is stuck in the tree? And then, somewhere in Russia? And then the Russian, like, young soldier, he's just a young guy, like maybe 19, comes to try and save the cat from the tree, and then things just get worse and worse. And we have tamed a coyote, but we're just gonna... God, I can't even see this thing to actually release it. There we go. We got some nice gains though, my goodness. That was very, very nice. And let's get actually the beetle to kill that. So it will spawn a new one. Oh, haven't you guys seen the one with the soldier? Oh my god, we're gonna have to have a look at that now, guys. I'm sorry, that's just... I mean, the thing about... So I have to warn you that, like, it looks The cat looks like it's gonna get electrocuted in that video, but he actually ends up absolutely fine. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if we can find this thing. Okay, I think I found it. Let me see now. So basically, there's a cat stuck in the tree, and all of the neighbors are trying to get the cat. It's one of the old lady's cats, and all the neighbors are trying to coax the cat down from the tree. Nobody can get it down. Let me just actually disable that overlay as well. Well, actually, I don't have to because the edges are going like this. And so then then this young Russian guy, young Russian soldier offers to help. I hope this has subtitles, by the way. Does it have any subtitles? I don't think it does. This one doesn't have subtitles. Let me find one that has subtitles. Hold on. Or maybe I just have to turn them on. Hold on. If I put here and then I put subtitles. There we go. Okay. So I guess the cat's name is Barsik. Okay, here we go, guys. Are you ready for this shit? No, we need to turn off the overlay. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
Иди сюда, сыночек, иди, мой миленький.
Будьте добры, достаньте длинную белевую веревку.
So he wants a clothesline.
А вы достаньте, а мы вам покажем полку.
I'll show you a trick with a clothesline.
Да нет, по-моему, хватит пока. Для начала. Внизу отойдите немного.
Uh-oh. He smashed the window below. But things just get worse, guys.
Бутылку
Second.
назад. Что? У меня рулон туалетной бумаги.
So now they're trying with toilet paper. And the
Отправлю его на балкон, держите, держите его на балкон, на балкон. Тяните и берите.
then they have that blanket so the cat will drop down. Bastard, you.
Вот, смотри, он сейчас упадет. Ну что, у кого есть другие предложения?
Молоток только есть больше.
I have a hammer.
Для рубки мяса, топор.
The butcher's axe. Okay, we're gonna get serious here now, guys.
О, свет сгорел! Свет сгорел, мам!
Тихо, тихо, Вася. Тише, не пугай.
Вгони, вгони.
The poor cat clearly got some electrical surge there. Oh no.
Нет, нет, не проводите. Домой спать.
First the window was smashed, then they chopped down the tree, then the tree drops onto the electricity line and the poor cat gets almost electrocuted. Oh. Exactly. Okay, so let's go and find some more coyotes. Get back to business. Oh, there's one. You can embrace evil if you play Dungeon Keeper, says Destero. Is there a bear actually after us? No. Oh, darn. You know what we're gonna have to do, guys? I think we have to tame this bear over here. Because if I'm gonna use my taming trick, we need to have a weaker pet actually attacking the coyote. So let's tame this guy first. You eat late every time, Nanners. Oh no! Yeah, you get something to eat. Okay, now let's go and find a coyote, and this time, if the coyote attacks... Ah, there's a bandit. Then we can just sick the bear on it instead. Did either of them have a key? Yes. Let's just open that chest up. Key does not fit the lock. Interesting. Huh. Now, how is that possible? Oh, there we go. Guess I wasn't targeting the right thing then. You find nothing of value? What the heck? That's the first time that's ever happened, that there has been one of these bandit chests with the lock and everything, and then it actually had nothing inside. Very strange. What's going on with my pets? They're all stuck here. There's something really weird going on with my... Look at my client, guys. What the heck is going on? He's not like walking straight. You see that? Something very strange going on. And now they start to follow me. I can hear the sound of a coyote somewhere. Oh, over here. Okay. And hello there, Titanus, and welcome to the stream. No, they are not like the ones in UO, so they don't have any inventory at all. Why did I start attacking my coyote? I mean, my beetle, I should say. So they don't. There's not like a forge kind of beetle either. They're just pets for hunting, but they're very, very strong. They do a lot of damage, so they're very, very good hunter like companions. Is that coyote attacking me? Yes. So I need to give this bear actually a name. And then let's ask Puffles to kill, because I don't want the beetle to try and kill the coyote. Because then if that happens... Okay, let's try taming now. Because then if that happens, then the beetle will just... Darn, you know what? I'm just gonna actually release the beetle. Because it was telling me I have it was taking up too many character slots, or like tame slots. Yeah, so, and you cannot mount the beetles either, so no forage beetles, no inventory beetles, and you cannot ride them either. They're just like, they're just hunting companions, basically. And we have tamed a coyote. Or have we? Yes, we have. Okay, let's release it. There's another one. I knew this would be a good place to come. There's two of them, actually. Okay, awesome. Three coyotes, in fact. Now let's see if I can somehow get a hold on all of what is happening here. And I have two coyotes after me. If I could get them to all be attacking the bear, that would be the best. Then I could just tame them one after the other. I think they're all attacking now the bear. So I just have to be very careful about keeping the bear alive. So let's start taming. But at least they're not attacking me, so I can tame in peace. They're all just biting the butt of the bear here. Welcome back, Coffee is Life. So, you made it. How was your stream? And yes, we were taming some beetles in the Barrens just now. And then they got so easy that we had to come over to Valis to try and work on the next hardest creatures, which are the coyotes. The only problem is the coyotes are invisible to us. Let's get the bear to actually fight against this bear over here. And so for you guys, of course, you can't really see what the hell is going on here because the coyotes are... There's this bug that the coyotes are like invisible, but at least we can see we're making some nice gains. So Coffee, yeah, I was, I hadn't noticed in time that you said you were just lurking because you were still streaming. So is your stream over now? I guess it is. And how did your stream go? So it was good. It was good fun, and you're almost ready to start building your house in Worm. You slayed some monsters later on. Yes, that was really fun to see you actually playing some Worm, and I'm sorry if I hope I didn't like give you too much advice there. Oh, I did manage to tame that coyote actually. He's chasing after this one. You see how it's like just transparent, guys? So you can't see anything really, because there's just a pair of jaws like going up and down. Okay. Kill that other bear over there, Puffles. And it was nice to see that you made a friend there almost immediately. The worm people are, the people who play worm are super, super nice and super helpful. I would say that they're helpful almost to a fault. That sometimes maybe a little bit too helpful. And need to try and remember to allow you to make the mistakes. And I have to try and remember to do that as well. Sometimes, you know, going through like the hard stuff to get to the actual rewarding stuff is the best part in general. And hello there, Hawkwind. Nice to see you again. Yes, Hawkwind. Invisible coyotes. So I was talking actually. So we discovered something, Hawkwind, which is that the world has to be reset for the characters and the NPCs here on our server. And there was an update that we're not being able to enjoy yet, because I guess Harry didn't know that he would have to do that. So there's now like these mission givers for tamers. That should be those rangers that you see at the stable masters. I tried to go to one today and it didn't do anything. And then we sort of realized that actually it was like a patch already a couple weeks ago. So I talked to Harry about it, and he's going to update it tomorrow morning. So tomorrow, by the time you play in the evening tomorrow, there should be then at the stables you'll be able to find these like mission givers for tamers, and it's like something additional to the profession system. And Destro, yeah, there very, very well could be some Skyrim music here in this playlist. There most likely is. Vergent, Rocky, and Bullwinkle. That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, I try not to name my my animals to any sort of real life references or TV shows. Just because even though this is not a role-playing server per se, I still try and sort of keep things immersive for myself in the very least. And oh, we got him tamed. Let's just release him and kill him. Just so that we'll spawn like a new one. That's not the kindest thing to do, is it? But you have to do what you have to do. The logic being that he wouldn't fare in the wilderness anymore. In that 10-second segment, he became so docile he would not have been able to manage in the wilderness anymore, right? So we were just letting him out of his misery. Oh, these invisible coyotes. So anyhow, Hawkwind, these invisible coyotes should also probably fix themselves when Harry does that update. Really, Hawkwind? So you have done the ranger quest, really? So no, I saw the rancher, Hawkwind. But they wouldn't speak to me at all. Really? Huh. Yeah, we did that in the very beginning of the stream. I could go and check here in... is there a stable master also in Valus? We could go check at Valus. So, yeah, I tried talking, tried interacting, no speech whatsoever. Yeah. Very weird. But it was in Elder Village that I tried. So I'm wondering now, I wonder if I need to start the client through the launcher then. Maybe there's something that's outdated on my client. However, isn't it so that if the client would be outdated, it simply wouldn't start up then? And hello there, Draco. I hadn't noticed that you slipped in here as well. How are you doing tonight? And I gave you one. Must be at something at my end then, yeah. I'm doing great, Draco. And you're okay? Good to hear. Oh, hold on, we need to heal this guy. So how are your WoW adventures going, Draco? Or did you try Worm a little bit more? You're about to go to bed soon. Why isn't... Oh, interesting. There we go. Oh my gosh, Draco, I'm sorry to hear that. So you've had 3 days of not sleeping very well at all. Oh no. That's not good. And we tamed the coyote. Release. So, does Valus actually have a stable master? Let's see. I mean, what I could try, of course, is just starting the client through the launcher, just in case there's something outdated on my client. Let's see now. I honestly can't remember if there's one in Valus or not. And we'll just tame any coyotes that come our way along the journey. There's one that was released. We should probably... Was it a corpse? Yeah, that's a corpse as well. There's a coyote. Let's get that one tamed. Yeah, even just the fact that the coyotes have not been fixed sort of feels like some kind of update needs to be done. Because I'm pretty sure I saw in the patch notes somewhere that had been fixed already. Yeah, Because that... Right, so you have not been seeing, like, invisible coyotes anymore. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let's get this guy tamed. And I'm gonna actually restart the client through the launcher then. Maybe it's, maybe that's what I need to do. You have tamed a coyote. Okay. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that, guys.